Hello there, everyone. Welcome to Solutions, Not Just Problems. We are your co-hosts, Vanessa K and B Money. B Money, how you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great, enjoying this beautiful weather here in Atlanta, and ready to get started on the new show, Solutions Not Just Problems podcast. And we're looking forward to providing you with the content that we've been talking about for so long. We know that a lot of you have been hearing it for the past 6 months or so, about to do a podcast, about to do a podcast. Well, guess what? It's here now. We're ready to go.
Here.
Yeah, ready to go.
Well, we're starting this series off. We're jumping right into relationships. So this first couple of weeks, we'll be talking about relationships, the ins and outs, and all the intricacies that go with it. But I did want to provide some background before we start because relationships have changed over the years. Are you noticing that, B?
Have I? Being a single guy, I've noticed quite a bit over the past 15 years, and mainly since I would say the what I call the Instagram era.
Yeah.
Okay, which to me, in a way, has kind of destroyed relationships that we once knew back, let's say in the 80s and 90s, and how we came up. But it is what it is. We're going to help you to navigate through it. We're going to do the best we can to try to give you some solutions to some of the problems that I know that we're all dealing with on a regular basis.
And the dynamics, should this we should let our viewers know there's two different dynamics here. We have B, who is single, and
Hmm.
I am married, both being the same age, but I'm married, so I'm totally out of this whole relationship, dating scene. And so I'm kind of blinded. And B, you had to educate me on some of it where my jaw was
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
ground,
yeah.
right?
A lot of stuff you just was like oblivious to, like, really? And I'm like, you have no idea, how this thing has changed, like with the online dating, you
Yeah.
know, and just dating in general as a single person has become significantly difficult to be able to navigate through over, let's say, the past 10, 15 years. But you have your perspective as a married person, and I have mine as a single person. And I think bringing those two opinions to the show, I think, is really going to add a lot of value.
Absolutely. So I had to start out doing some research before I could get into this, right? So I,
Huh?
I figured out that there's 7 influences that have changed the course of dating.
Wow. Okay.
So one of them is the impact of online dating, right? There's a rise in online dating apps. Do you do online dating? Have you tried it?
Hell no.
What's your opinion? I mean, I myself,
I've been waiting for this.
oh,
Total waste of
so.
time. Let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you. Let me back that up. I'm gonna date myself here. Do you remember Black Planet?
Mm-mm.
Black
Okay,
Planet,
tell me
something
Black Planet. What is that?
is like almost like the what was that? What was that? Space something. What was that? MySpace.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The
Yeah,
the
this is like during the MySpace era.
okay.
Okay. And I remember Black People Meet.
Hmm.
That's what it's called. And then they had
I
another one
remember
called
that. Yeah.
Black Planet, and everything was black, 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 black. All right. Well, I tried it for a minute and kind of, conversed a little bit and reached out to a few. Just wasn't for me. So we're talking like probably 15 years ago when this was in existence, and never did it since. I haven't been on any of the dating apps. I mean, I haven't even met any on Facebook, Instagram, never mind any of the apps that are specifically for dating. I don't mess with them at all. But yeah, I haven't met anyone online like that.
So why? What turned you off about the online dating?
First of all, I think everybody online is kind of phony with it, and I'm a person like to see you in person, and I'm gonna tell you what happened too is a lot of women and men, I'm not gonna say just women now, but a lot of women out there are catfishing. Okay. So they're sending you a picture of someone who they used to be 15 years ago. Okay. And then you see the person, you know,
You see me laughing over here because I'm already forming my visuals.
you see the person for who they really are, and you're like, that's not you.
Right.
But and then, everybody says, oh, I like to go fishing and, I like to travel and shop and go to comedy shows. And everybody got the same thing. And my thing is, who are you really?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to get to know who you are. So me sitting down at a coffee shop and kind of having a conversation openly is more my speed. You
Mm,
know, me sitting behind a computer and trying to get to know a female, that's not going to work for me.
right, right. Well, believe it or not, that was one of the top reasons, impacts, authenticity was a concern with online dating, that catfishing and not knowing who people are. We have it in the real estate industry as well, because, all of us realtors take pictures of ourselves. And then when you see the real person, it's not them.
Uh,
15 years later. But yeah, authenticity is one of the big impacts with online dating, or the negative, I should say, impacts of online.
mm,
Um, the other one is date what they call dating app fatigue. It's a sense
mhm.
of being online all the time, like there's just no end. Some of us are online for our jobs during the day, and that social media and being online can just filter the lines are blurred. Well, when is your personal time, and constantly being online?
I think online dating would be okay if it was just setting up for an actual date, for an
Mm.
in-person meeting, because I won't even call it dating, because we're going to talk about that in a minute, how I think dating is actually outdated to me. This is not necessarily happy days back in the 50s, where Potsy and Richie
Meet at the
was
hamburger
waiting,
shop.
at the ice cream shop, waiting for their date to come. This ain't that time now. You
Right.
know, whole different world that we're living in. And in fact, I was just looking at this video today, and it was crazy because this guy took a woman to what is it? What is that sandwich shop? Oh my God, the hamburger shop.
Go
Smoke Shack or Shake Shack.
Shakes and Shack. Yeah, Shake Shack.
Oh, took the woman to Shake Shack, right? And she's grilling him about how dare he take her to Shake Shack. She's saying, look at me, you're gonna take me to Shake Shack like she was, Halle Berry or something,
Do I
you
look
know.
like I eat
And I'm
beef?
saying, even if you are Halle Berry, who are you that you can't go to Shake Shack? And this man said, hey, I just dropped $50 on lunch. I mean? It's only lunch. You know what I mean? And she wasn't appreciative of it. And I'm saying to myself, nah, hell no. That's not gonna work for me. You
Yeah.
know? And I'm pretty sure he either probably met her at a club or maybe he met her online. I don't know. But when he went on the actual date, she just was so turned off by the idea that this man would take her to Shake Shack. And I'm looking at it like, y'all are lost. You have no clue. Because it's no
More
longer even
concerned
about
about
getting,
the
but
money.
it's no longer even about getting to know a person anymore, Vanessa.
Right. That's what I was getting
You
ready
know,
to say.
it's really about where you taking me, what are we doing, how much money you spending. And it's like, if you that person, imagine what it's going to be once we get to know each other and we're in a relationship. I just met you and this is what you're showing me for the first time. Wouldn't work for me.
Yeah, it sounds like she was more interested in the cash, what he's
Yes.
spending in the materialistic part of it, as opposed to, is this an honest guy? Is this a guy that will, you know,
Well, is integrity even important anymore? And how
integrity?
can you learn about a person's integrity online? When I'm going to show you the best person I can, you know, and I'm going to make everything look like I'm in this great catch. But a lot of times when you're face to face and you get a chance to talk to somebody, you can kind of tell by their body language. You can tell by, the eye contact, whether there's any type of, connection, you
Right.
know, where you can't really get that type of connection online. So that's
Okay,
why.
we're gonna break with the Shake Shack.